Welcome to the Momentum Builder Podcast, hosted by Don Getling, bringing you the top professionals, real stories, and proven success secrets that create unstoppable momentum. This is the show for housing professionals who want clarity, not clicks, where action, discipline, and consistency turn into real results. Top professionals, real momentum, real success. Let's get it started.
Welcome back to the Momentum Builder Podcast, where we bring you the leaders, innovators, and top performers who are helping professionals build momentum in business and in life. Today's guest is Devin Gillen, founder of Hova Digital, a marketing agency that helps loan officers, real estate professionals, and businesses leverage branding, content, automation, and digital marketing to create long-term growth. That's right, long-term growth. Very important. Devin has built a reputation for helping professionals stand out in crowded markets, generate more opportunities, and create a stronger digital presence through authentic branding and modern marketing strategies. Devin, welcome to the Momentum Builder Podcast, buddy.
Thanks, Don. Excited to be here and hopefully provide some value for your audience.
Hopefully. You forget I do my homework before this. We already talked. I know you're going to provide lots of value. So if you're just tuning in, you definitely want to stay tuned because this is a very unique interview because all of us are looking to improve personally and professionally, especially in the digital marketing aspect, utilizing AI and so much more. But it's been difficult. We all think we know what we're supposed to do or hear what we're doing or try different stuff. But what if you had an expert that can help you actually accomplish what you're trying to accomplish with marketing and reaching people authentically? And what's really nice is, Devin's created a business because he's one of us. He's a producer, just like you, and, a salesperson, I should say, that is constantly trying to evolve and grow. And now Devin, kind of like Momentum Builder, is trying to lean in and help more of you become more successful personally and professionally. Devin has created a company called Hova Digital to do the same thing, a one-stop shop to help you do what you don't want to do or don't know how to do. So, Devin, I want to talk about that because it was really unique. I was very excited to have you become part of our Momentum Builder community because you have a platform and a direction that's going to help so many professionals because, I've had loan officers working for me for decades. I won't say how many, but lots of decades. And they're challenged with consistency, professionalism, authenticity, and getting their message out there. And you have a great way of doing that for them, if I'm right. So why don't we kind of dive in a little bit we'll start with your background a little bit, just so that people get to know Devin. I like that. And the more they get to know you, the more they'll like you and trust you and understand why you did what you did. So then we'll get into that. So why don't you kind of dive into your background a little bit?
Yeah, I love it, Don. So I've been in the industry all about 10 years in the mortgage industry. I'm not a producer, but I've always been on like the marketing side for loan officers. And then I went to companies where I was like the sales guy for them. And I kept seeing the same thing over and over again. At these retail companies, they were really against loan officers growing their personal brand. Like, can't have your own website, can't be doing videos on social media unless if you have like our logo on it. And then we all know that doesn't do well. Can't send out emails without like making sure it's all company oriented. And it wasn't really about the loan officers, about the company. So this was like 10 years ago when I first got into the business. I was like, man, why are people so against like loan officers? Like if you can help the loan officer grow their business, that's going to benefit the company. So fast forward to now, like as we know, higher producing loan officers, they focused on building their own website, making sure they're ranking on AI, they're doing podcasting, they're doing social media. So I've tried to figure out a system where I could do everything for those people, where like they work with me one-on-one and I help them build it all. And I'm one of the very few agencies that I found where if you stop working with me, which is a big risk for me, you get to keep everything. You get to keep your website, you get to keep your CRM, you get to keep your funnels. Like a lot of agencies, I was talking to this about another guy, and I was like, they're just kind of being babies. Like they're mad that you don't want to work with them anymore, so they take everything away. So it's just a lot of people don't notice. And then personal, yeah, go ahead, Dom.
No. What I was going to say is I just want to touch on that a little bit because a lot of you are like, why wouldn't I? But
Yeah.
let me clarify something why you do what you do from my viewpoint, because I know at Momentum, that's our goal, is continually add value. So you're very confident in the value that you continually add, which is very important because a lot of us get wrapped up in the shiny new object and
Yeah.
purchase the object, but don't get the support to actually implement it and become an expert at it. What's really nice, Devin, is why you're comfortable with, hey, if you need to leave, you can leave, but you continually train them. You continually update them. You continually do the work for them. You kind of don't give them a reason to need to leave in any ways.
Right.
Now, I think the leave factor is more of, hey, if you have to leave a company, what's good is you get to take your assets with you. A lot of us always had that challenge. I've been in the industry a long time. I've been to multiple companies, and sometimes on your by choice and sometimes not by choice. Companies sell, companies close, whatever it is. But it's nice to know that you can walk away with your branding. Now, I know there are some companies, right, that won't allow you to. I know there's certain companies that are like, nope, we have to control everything. But there's a lot of loan officers that are learning that they really need to build out their own personal brand. So they own that. But everybody talks about it, and why do you feel it's important in these days? And what's the difference of truly building a brand versus saying I'm going to do a personal branding?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. So, because these companies are so focused on the company, not the individual, like you mentioned, let's say a loan officer leaves that company, they lose their website, they lose their database, they basically lose everything that they've been building that entire time. So, first benefit of building it on your own is you keep it forever. You won't have to build it again. You'll just have to evolve, which everybody should be evolving. The second
True.
thing is everything that I do with my marketing, it's all video based. So I see a lot of there's a lot of CRMs that provide like the stock drip campaigns, right? Which everybody has or should have as a mortgage loan officer. I like to take those drip campaigns and add videos to it because then it feels more like it's coming from the loan officer. With AI too, people want to trust you more. So the more you can show your face and like show it's actually you, they're going to trust you more. But kind of my thoughts on that.
No, it's really important. And it's funny because a lot of our industry is feeling that, oh, shoot, AI is going to take our jobs or AI is going to, it's just going to do. I have talked to my team and tell me if you agree with this because you're in it. Is I'm telling my team it's more important to get your voice out there more than ever. And this is actually an opportunity because everybody knows AI is out there. Not everybody's trusting it now. So now they actually want somebody that they can reach out to and trust and talk to versus, oh, I got AI, but we also know AI isn't always right. AI throws curveballs out there like that is not, I do my own research. I'm like, that's not even close to right because they're just pulling from websites. They don't know. They're
Yeah.
not talking to an expert. So I feel right now because of the fear of is the AI real or can I trust it to where now I think relationships are more important than ever.
Yeah, so kind of two stories with that. So I was working with an agent on a personal home for me, and I sent him the areas I'm looking at, what I'm looking at, and he sends me over this email like 10 minutes later, like, whoa, how'd you get to me quick, right? But I knew it was like AI. So I open it, and it's like this 50-page email that I'm like, I'm never gonna read that. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, this is way too much. So I call him, like, hey, these are the areas that we're looking at. It says that these are the home prices, these are the schools, and he's like, oh yeah, all of that is completely wrong. So like first AI, you gotta fact check what you're using AI,
Right?
and second, with video content specifically, I was in the business when video wasn't a thing or very little people were doing it. So it used to be just subtitles. Like that was like
Oh
you were
yeah.
golden.
Captions, you're good.
Yeah, you were like top of the top just because you're doing video. Then COVID happened, and for a few years we started seeing videos with crazy animations, like the jump cuts, the B-roll footage, just crazy stuff. And I've actually interviewed my loan officers' clients, and I've asked them like, "Hey, do you like to see those crazy edits or more organic?" And I haven't had one person say I like the crazy edits. It's because it feels like an ad. Nobody like imagine I was talking to you, Don, in the
Because it
middle of
is.
nowhere. Yeah, exactly. Middle of nowhere, you see like fire coming out of my eyes, and like that's just
Yeah, you're
not how things happen. So we're
no,
kind of getting back to that. So
no. Well, that's good input because what's nice is I love that you do it for them in a matter or guide them because I know you do constant training. You're actually working
yeah,
side by side. So
yep,
explain a little bit more about what your business is so that all of you out there understand what Devin does and why he does it for you. Because right now we're talking about AI, we're talking about personal branding, but you help individuals and you have it's multi steps. Because I looked at our
yeah,
notes from our conversation, Devin. I'm like, holy crap, he does this. Oh, he takes care of this. He helps them with this. Oh, that's a good thing. I didn't even think about him helping with that because they're not going to do it, and so
yeah,
forth, So kind of go through some of the steps of how you help loan officers actually build and maintain their
yeah.
personal branding because that's a key too. Because everybody gets excited and may do videos for a week or two, or they might do this for a
Right.
week or two, and then they drop back and go back to their old habits. But having you as a coach and having you help them do it makes it consistent. Because right now, the main thing when I talk to experts across the country, and I had the beautiful opportunity to do that. The ones that are killing it right now, and there are lots of loan officers that are absolutely killing it in this market. Everybody thinks, oh, I have to wait till it gets back to normal. No, they're killing it because they're consistent.
Yeah.
Most of them are consistent. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Most they need someone to tell them what to do because we all get busy, right? And then
Yeah.
marketing gets to the back of their mind so that they may be consistent for like a week, like you said, and then they get busy and then deals stop and deals aren't consistent. So you need it. Sure.
Well, let
But
me make you feel better out there
yeah.
because you're like, yeah, that's me. Well, because I'm in the business, I understand. I have loan officers and I see ups and downs and them getting into projects, out of projects. But I like that you help them continually do it because it's not really your fault. Our industry is very dynamic and it's a very emotionally driven industry. Therefore, when somebody wants to buy or sell a home or get a loan for a home, it's now. And you have to jump on that. Therefore, other things do drop off because if you don't jump on it, somebody else will take that
Yeah.
deal from you. So you have to be reactive to a certain degree, which means other things get put to a side. So that's what's nice is I think it's important to hire somebody to make sure that there is consistency and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is doing the analytics for your client and helping them buy, sell, or get a loan for a home. So I think it's great that you help them do it because it will drop off if if they have to put out a fire or they have a new client. So in your defense, all of you out there, it's okay. It's part of our job. Therefore, you need a Devin to help you be consistent and do the things you know you should be doing. Right, Devin?
Yeah, exactly. So every time I meet with a loan officer for the first time, because I'm an open book, I'll say, even if you don't work with me, take everything that I've done for loan officers and it's like your playbook that you would ever need. So yeah, I think, and maybe I'm just being biased, but I've thought of everything a loan officer would need besides
Yeah.
paid ads. And even my business partner will help with the paid ad
Oh, that's
generation
right.
once they
You
get
have
there.
yeah, that's right. I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah. But with that, like I see a lot of I just talked to a loan officer. They're like, hey, I did paid ads for 90 days with another company, didn't see any results. And I was asking like, did you do any videos? Do you have any social? Do you have a Google My Business? Do you have a website? He had none of that. So like you have to build the foundation first. I've seen you still can run ads and they still may be successful, but if you have a good presence online, those ads will do 10 times better than you having nothing on there. But
So I love that it's more directional. I mean, there's a purpose and a playbook that you give them because the problem is we hear the next cool thing or you see the next goal, you think that's what you just should be doing, but it doesn't mean it's actually moving the needle. So be careful out there. I want to make sure you understand that just doing something isn't always the right thing because you're just taking up time, energy, and money, whereas you should be putting your energy where it belongs. And that's, momentum builders are all about that, aligning with professionals like you to help them really focus on where their the genius zone is. And it may not be doing marketing or social media or follow-up campaigns, or you do so much for them that you handle it so it's getting done. And all of us know it needs to get done. Plain and simple. There's not a person out there that doesn't feel that they should be marketing on a consistent basis. Am I right, Devin?
Yeah, 100%. It always gets put to the wayside because like you have realtors calling, you have loans coming through, but you just need to basically like set aside like maybe 10 to 15 minutes a week, have someone help you with it. And that's kind of what I do for my loan officers. So
Well, you're continually training them, am I right? I mean,
yeah.
it's a weekly thing, and you
Hmm.
keep them on the right track. And I'm very proud of you, by the way, because you've been able to find the right people, and we'll talk about the right people because you have over 200 professionals that you are working with and assisting. Am I right?
Yeah, they're all loan officers. I try to only
Okay.
work with loan officers because I know that
You
market
stay in
so
your
well.
genius zone.
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So let's talk about your ideal client because it's important that you understand that because you're like, oh, I hear this all the time. But what I love is that you specialize. You have certain individuals and certain professionals that you know you can help and that will help themselves. Because the same thing, a momentum builder, I don't, I only want the community to be built around those who want to lean in and really, grow and invest in themselves and be part of the community and help each other grow. That's who we want in your community. And I know you. I love that you clarified when we had our conversation, Evan. You're like, I'm not for everybody. I
Yeah.
actually do research and we have a conversation to see if it's a fit. So you're not just taking money. It's got to
Mm-mm.
be a relationship. Am I right?
Yeah, no one can sign up for my service unless if they meet with me first, just because it's important that all my clients have a good experience. And even then, I'm going to ask you questions like, how long have you been in the business? Do you have a database? Are you posting video? Just to make sure I can actually help. Because I've no lie, and you can ask people I've talked to, but I've told people I'm not a good fit because they're already doing everything that I offer, or they're just so new to the business they wouldn't even know how to like take in a lead and like close them. So I only work with people if I talk to them first and make sure it's a good fit because then we'll both be happy.
So what's a good fit then?
So anybody that's been in the business 5 or more years is kind of like my first benchmark. You need to have a database of some sort. So I don't have a contract. I'm month to month. You can cancel anytime.
Wow.
The reason it's nice if you have a database is I can get results pretty quick in month one. So that way I can earn your business every month. So you have to have a database. Um, if another thing is like if you're not doing video, that's okay, but you have to be okay to record video. Out of like 200 calls, I've had one person say they won't do video, and it was awkward because I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm not a good fit. You might as well go buy like a CRM that has like AI that's doing stock drip stuff because that's not what I do. So you have to be at least open to the idea of recording video.
Mhm.
And then you just got to make sure you record the videos. I'll text you every week if you need me to. I'll hop on a Google Meet with you. I do a live training every week. Like I want to make sure you're actually using the service so you can see the benefits.
I would imagine once they learn how to do it and you share it,
Yeah.
what's nice is you help them get to that stage. Because once you know
Yeah.
how to do it, then you do it. The first part is taking the steps. And like, I don't even know how to record a video or what I should be recording. But once they get the feel of it, they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And I'm sure you have them bookmarked. This is when you do your videos each week. So you get them out consistently. Because I know once I started doing, I call it the momentum guy, and I started doing it,
Yeah.
then I got comfortable. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to actually share my tip for the week, you know? But the first time, I'm like, what am I going to tell them and everything? But once I started doing my research and planning how to build, maintain, reset, and scale momentum, I came up with all kinds of different tips that I just share on a regular basis. So I love that you
Yeah.
help them get to that stage. So there's coaching involved. I'm not a big fan of purchase and we do it all for you. You have to be
Yeah.
willing to do the work. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not even a lot of work. It's like 10 to 15 minutes a week. That's all I need from you to do the videos. And
Wow.
then I do everything else. That's it.
So explain a little bit more of what you do on the back end because it's a lot. I mean, I went through the list again today before our call. I'm like, holy cow, who doesn't sign up for this for what is it, $4.95 a month?
497. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I mean,
super.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on. It's kind of a no-brainer. And you do so much. So kind of run through like, and I want to hear a couple of your success stories too. I love stories.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll kind of give you the cliff notes because it would take a long time to go through
Cliff
each
notes,
thing in
I
depth.
like it.
But first thing is I help every loan officer build their own website with videos. That way we separate everybody. I help those loan officers rank on AI in their local area. So that way, if someone searches you, like you're being brought up in your area. I help you with your Google My Business. You'd be surprised how many loan officers don't have a Google My Business, but that's the first place people go to look you up. I also help with video testimonials. I haven't seen, even though I offer it, I haven't seen a single loan officer take me up on this. But what I do with those video testimonials from your clients is I add it to your website. And then let's say that you have a lead come in or you've met with a lead. Wouldn't it be pretty dang cool if they got a video from your clients every week, like a different client that you've helped? They build trust with you. So I'll help.
All right.
No one's taking me up on it, but I help build out that workflow. I'll help them build a virtual business card. So if you sign up for like Linktree, it benefits Linktree because they're using their domain. By having a virtual business card on your own domain, it helps your website rank higher. So I'd help them set that up. Just going through the list. I'll edit any videos that they want. I'll script out videos for them every week to record. I'll post to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts. I'll help them import their database into Facebook and Instagram, and you can target like 1,000 people for $10. So it's pretty low. So I help manage that. I take every video, I create it as a blog, and I'm just going through this. I'll help them build out.
You can look at your list because it's a lot. I couldn't remember it all either.
It's a lot that I do. I'll also help them build out what's called lead magnets, like home buyer guides, like getting people to submit their information in exchange of something of value.
That's huge because you're giving some value first.
Yeah, and also like most LOs, they just get the opt-in, but they don't have the second page where it's like schedule a call with me and then do your application. Like they just get the opt-in and then they kind of stop. But I help the entire funnel. Every week, if you're listening to this, you probably know this. Most loan officers send out the same weekly market update to their agents. I like to script a video, post it, and then email that to your agents, just something that's different. I help with your podcast management. So not like this is like awesome, but the goal of my podcast isn't to become like momentum builder, like the Joe Rogans of the world. It's to get realtors that don't know you in front of them. And then for your current realtors, I'll take short clips from that, post it on social, collaborate with that realtor. And now you're getting in front of all their followers. That's like my goal of like the podcast.
Let me touch on that really quick. Why this is so important, because I have a lot of experience with this, like 10 years of doing radio, TV, and now the podcast. And I'm not bragging, but you get better at it. And you start figuring out what the angles are and why you do what you do. Because people are like, how many people listen? I'm not sure. Realistically, what I have learned, this is the best way. If you're always looking to get really good real estate agents or new partners and everything, doing a video with them or a podcast with them or giving them assets is the most valuable thing you do, because now you have a one-on-one with them for, let's just say, a half hour to an hour. You get to know each other. You edify them. So that's what you do learn. You get to go, do you realize who we have on the mic today? We have one of the top real estate agents in all the valley that's helping people really succeed in buying and selling real estate because they have a unique process that no others use. And you give them those and they just feel good. So a lot of that is to bond, to build relationships with new agents, because I promise you, when you call an agent, you're like, oh, hey, Mike, this is Don with so-and-so mortgage. And like, I already got a lender. Well, no. Actually, that's not why I'm calling you. I have a podcast, and as one of the top real estate agents, you owe it to my listeners to share with how you're actually helping people be successful in real estate, because it's tough out there. And I'd love for you to share what you do differently than others that are helping them become more successful. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. Every time they say yes.
Yes, that's exactly it. Sorry, I thought you were asking me, so keep going, but that's like exactly the reason.
See, I got you to bite.
Yes, right. Keep going. I did not mean to cut you off.
No, but you get it. Don't you feel that it's that value? And when you give them clips and collateral and they can share, which helps market you, by the way, then they're sharing how they were on Devin's podcast. Well, who's Devin? Like, I was on Devin's podcast, and they want to share it because it's a way for them to market without saying I buy and sell houses. They're basically market saying, here's the services I provide. Here's who I am. And let people get to know you and trust you, like you said. So there's a big value in that. I'm telling you, it was the number one thing that Gino and I did to build relationships like crazy. Like, we didn't work with, everybody's like, oh, you work with the top 5 people. No, I have 50 real estate agents because I wanted a plethora of them because they ebb and flow in their business. each time. So with 50 of them, I was pretty consistent with my production. So I just wanted to add that piece in because I think there's a real value to you giving them that opportunity to learn how to use a podcast and videos to build relationships and add value to your partners. Do you agree?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because I'm biased because this is like what I do, but I feel like that alone is worth the 497
There
because
you go.
to hire someone to do all that can get into like the thousands of dollars. And not only is it good for new agents, but for your current agents, when you collaborate with those guys and it goes to all their followers, that's so
Right?
powerful. You're getting in front of their clients. And they didn't have to do a thing. The agent just had to click a button and accept the post.
That's why I said it also markets you. Like, when I'm just going to be honest, when you go out and go, hey, check it out. I was on the Momentum Builder podcast. Check out we're giving you collateral to share. We're talking about what you do for your customers, which is valuable because they don't always know what Devin does and what the values of it and why I would do it. Now you're giving them reasons to do it. So I love that you thought through so many of the pieces that are going to truly build personal brand. It's not just a social media post here and there. It's all encompassing, and you actually dot the I's and cross the T's throughout the whole checklist. And good for you. I mean, I know you even have more that you do for them.
Yeah, and I'll just like say those really quick. But even with the podcast, a lot of people miss like taking the podcast and putting it to like the audio platforms, and then also creating a blog from the podcast. When you create a blog on your website of someone on your podcast, it helps those people because then they're using your authority. So every podcast I do, I create a blog article. So now if you search that person on the internet, they show up higher because they've been on somebody else's website, if that makes sense. So like even just the
I'm
small
taking a
things that
mental
people
note.
miss.
I mean, Jonathan's listening to this. I got to figure that one out next because I do a podcast so often. I'm like, why aren't I doing a blog on this? So thank you for the tip.
Yeah, and it'll make your like it'll make it worth more of the time for not for me, just like in general, like for loan officers, agents, because let's say they get nothing out of it. Now, if you go and search that agent's name online, they're using again someone else's authority, the loan officer's website to rank. And like with how big Momentum Builder is, if you guys did that for your podcast guests, like you would help them rank to the top. Like it'd be like, holy crap. So
well, I like the tip and thank you. I already learned something. So as you can tell, Devin's really a giver. And that's what we surrounded ourselves with. And in true transparency, Devin, we had an interview, somebody introduced us, which is Craig, who's my CSO and a business coach. And he's like, I need you to meet Devin. He's got something that's very special for your industry. I'm like, all right. It wasn't like, hey, can you sponsor? It's let's get to know each other and see what value you can add to our members and so forth. So I love that you're such a great giver. So why don't we, before we close, because I want all of you to get, true value out of these podcasts and stuff, then would you share what what would be the first steps you would tell a loan officer that wants to grow their business? We're saying somebody that's doing, a certain volume, but they want to get to the next level. What would you suggest as their first steps?
Okay, I tell every loan officer with this because it's so important to me for their business. Set up a Google My Business if you don't have one. The reason why is I promise you, that's the first place people will go to make sure you're legitimate. Sure. It also helps with AI ranking and it helps with SEO search as well. So set up your Google My Business. Second thing is don't try to go crazy with video, but try to post at least once a week, especially if you've been in the business 5 or more years. Your clients are going to see it. Your agents are going to see it. Just start small with video and then start implementing things like podcasting, webinars, getting your CRM set up with personalized videos. But yeah, set up your Google My Business, post 1 video a week, and then just keep adding to it.
All right. Good tips. So I'm going to ask you another little twist on that. Yeah. What should a loan officer stop doing?
Okay, so I might get hate for this, but that's okay.
This is authentic. This is real. If you're listening, this is for you.
So some of my clients would AI there's still a big thing, AI avatars, right? I was kind of gutsy and I'd have clients say, "Hey, I want to do an AI avatar." And I said, "No, like I just don't." It's not that I don't want to do it, it's not that I won't do it, but I'm like, it's just going to hurt your business. So fast forward 3 months later, and they were super grateful because they've come to me as stories where they've heard where clients will see other LOs posts and it's like an AI avatar of the loan. We can all tell if it's AI. Like you're wearing a t-shirt, then out of nowhere you're wearing like a suit and like your
or
face
you have
is super
3
clear.
fingers and not 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Like instant distrust with your clients instantly, like right away. Like I would say that clients that are doing better with me, they look more natural. So they're recording in like their backyard, their front porch, a background in their office, are doing better just because people want to relate to you. They don't want to see someone in like super clear skin, super bright teeth. Either voice literally sounds like it's coming from heaven. Like they want to know you. So that's what I would say. Be careful with AI with content is what I'd say. It may not be the best for loan officers.
That's good tips and everything. So I want to make sure that people get to know you because I dig on what you do for our industry. It's very, very important. I like that you're very specific of who you work with. You know your clientele, which is what I tell any loan officer is who's your ideal client. You can't be everything to everybody. Just, if you do the shotgun effect, you're nothing for no one. You got to be very specific. So make sure you tell your clients what your specialty is. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Yep. I would agree 100%.
Okay. Because a lot of them are like, we were just on with Brady Thomas. You work with Brady.
Oh yeah. We work with Brady. Christian works with Brady. Yeah. Lead
so,
gen. Yeah.
So I'm gonna steal his line because he has now changed his whole career. He's over $100 million producer, and he basically tells his partners. This would be a great tip. Please write this down. He tells his partners exactly when to call him. I'm not everything for everybody, but because people refer problems, they don't refer clients. So when you have an issue, they know exactly when to call Brady. I love that saying. I learned something from it. So he tells them, if it's this scenario, if you're having this challenge, here's your problem. I'm your go-to person. I will make that happen because I'm the expert in that field. So now they don't question and they don't shop. They know exactly why they're calling Brady. So just a hint, and I know you guys help him with his marketing and his follow-up systems, which are really important too. I know you'd help with the GHL and follow-up systems because a lot of us let our clients disappear because the new one comes. How about if you keep connecting with them? Because eventually they're going to buy or sell a home, or they're going to want to buy and need a loan, or they're going to want to refinance or cash out. So stay in front of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And you help them with that, which is really cool, Devin. It's all encompassing. I've been really enjoying getting to know you, and thank you for being an integral part of what we're building a Momentum Builder, because we're gonna change the industry. We're gonna help people personally and professionally because you give them balance, because you're doing things that they know they should be doing, but they can't. They don't have the bandwidth, especially this day and age with how much information we get. So a hell of a job, dude. I think. How can they find out more about Hova Digital?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. Just go to hovadigital.com, and then if you go under services and click on the digital loan officer, that's what I help loan officers with. So it tells you everything that I do. It has a ton of reviews, and you can even look it all through your own if you don't want to schedule a call before.
Thanks for being so authentic, real. I love how you're helping, our industry create more visibility, trust, and momentum in today's market. So hell of a job, dude. Last question.
Yeah.
What is the relationship between momentum and visibility? Can someone be incredibly talented but still struggle because nobody knows who they are?
Yeah. Okay. So
I knew this would tee you up.
No, for some reason, I've had like 10 calls this week where they're like, yeah, I've been in the business 25 years, like every day this week. And it's only Tuesday, I guess. So maybe like the last 7 days. So every day though, for the last 7 days, I have these loan officers that have been in business 20 plus years. And like, yeah, all my business comes from referrals and real estate agents. I've never marketed myself. And I'm like way excited because I'm like, if we post one video, you're going to get like 2 or 3 loans out of that. It just has to happen mathematically with how many clients you've helped. So you could be really good, but maybe you just don't have the momentum yet with like your social media or your marketing. So yeah, people need to know who you are. It's so important.
Nice. And way to tie that in with momentum,
Yeah.
my favorite word. Devin, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I love that you've created an all-in-one system for those who just decided, I need help with my marketing. I need help with my branding. I need help. You walk them through the whole thing. And that's the difference between purchasing something for, a little bit of money and hoping it's going to do all the work for you. It just doesn't work that way. If you're willing to put in the work and work side by side with Devin, then you're going to have results. And that's what we really should be focused on, is results. So way to create results, buddy. And thank you for being on our podcast today and adding value to our community. It's been a pleasure. I'm looking forward to having you part of Momentum Builder Live this year. Dude, that event's going to be off the hook because it's not just an event. It's going to change lives. Every speaker is chosen for a reason. Every segment is chosen for a reason, meaning whether it's brand building, whether it's, CRM management, whether it's mindset, we have it all. And we got the best of the best. They're going to help you walk away with something, not just excited, but literally walk away with strategies. And then we're going to keep you. The difference is, Evan, I know you appreciate this, why I love having you part of our group, is a lot of times you go to an event, you get excited. Woo, I went to Momentum Builder Live, October 6th through the 8th in Dallas, and I'm going to change the world. And then you go back to your normal habits. You go back to just life gets in the way. We're going to stay connected with you with people like Devin. They're going to help you actually implement and grow personally and professionally. So you align with us really well, buddy. Thank you very much for joining our mission.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate you having me on and excited for Momentum Builder Live.
Very cool. All right. Make sure you follow us on our YouTube channel. We got Spotify, we got iTunes, we got Audible. Find us everywhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, Momentum Builder. You'll be able to find us everywhere. Follow us, like us, share us, help others. That's our goal. So thank you, Devin, very much for being on our show. And thank you for being part of Momentum Builder. Make sure you tune in on a regular basis, and we'll keep helping you build momentum.
You've been listening to the Momentum Builder Podcast. For resources and next steps, check the show notes. If today's conversation brought you value, please rate and review the show. It helps more professionals like you to find it. Because this isn't about motivation for motivation's sake. It's about creating real momentum. We'll see you next time.